with an idea first that it has to be green. So we're very focused on having those cloud computing be green IT, and also to bring it at a very cost-effective way. So when you look into, say, research, when you're trying to do research, you probably, in some cases, if you're doing a very complicated research, you probably need hundreds and hundreds of computers making computing and taking up power and electricity and all of this space and all. But with cloud computing, that becomes a very quick access. So number one, you're adding agility to the fact that now, if you need those kind of resources, you use them and then you turn them off. And the other thing is that you, with cloud computing, that becomes a very cost-effective way because you're only using what you only pay for what you're using. In terms of kinds of training we give to teachers, we're very embedded into our innovative. We have three programs. It's called Innovative Schools, Innovative Teachers, and Innovative Students. Within these three programs, we have an umbrella program called Partners in Learning. And what we do is we partner with organizations in the ministries of education. We also partner with experts, and we build content together to help the adoption of technology in the education space. So helping teachers use technology in a way that supports education. We don't believe that technology is an answer. We believe that technology is an enabler of how education can perform. So it helps teachers be much more productive. It helps them deliver more interactively a content, and it also helps them produce much richer experiences for each person. So what we try to do is support that. We through our Partners in Learning program, we support that. We help them use those technologies in an appropriate way.
Thank you. Now for Frank. Frank, do you mind telling us a little bit about yourself and about Terramark?
Thank you. Good morning, and thank you for the opportunity to present today and participate in this event. Terramark is a global company that has built infrastructure of the traditional pipes and connections that companies needed as a service. We have grown dramatically over the last 10 years, and so because of that growth, we tend to be a new focal point of when people look at technology, when they look at the different setups, which is the usage of smartphones, the usage of internet applications, the usage of Wi-Fi, WiMAX, all those things all require a physical connection point on that. So Terramark has built data centers globally around the world that interconnect and allow the providers of those services to interconnect and to share their networks. Pretty much like cloud computing Edgar was talking about, that happens too, even outside education, where even global companies share infrastructure today to facilitate their services around the world on that. So my job here is Director of Channel Sales, is to work with consulting firms that work with those global clients and help them enable them to deliver solutions to their clients.
Okay. Well, I actually have two questions for you.
Okay.
My first question is, as companies move away from physical servers and towards virtualized environments, as you know, hardware is becoming smaller, but at the same time more powerful. How has the data center industry adapted to these changes? What kinds of new equipment is being used to accommodate?
Well, a couple things. First of all, in the industry that Terramark is in, for everyone, it's a situation where the demand is greater than the supply on that. So that has been the case for the last 5 or 6 years. So most industries are not don't have that advantage that this industry, data center, does right now. And the reason for that is it has to do with the server, as you mentioned before. If we look at what's happened over the last 20 years of the server base, It starts